And I guess we're live. Hey, Hippie, how we doing, man? Everything going good, buddy? Well, okay, I don't know what I've done. I was messing with my phone. What you been up to, Hippie? That's good, man. That's good. It's been pretty good here too. We got the motor for Barry's truck for that K10, and went ahead and got a new base pan ordered for it, new timing cover, and picked up a new water pump. Hey, Mr. Ed, how we doing? So we picked up all that stuff today, new belts and hoses and all that to go on it. So I don't know that I've ever put a. Hey, Mr. Ed, how we doing, brother? I don't know that I've ever put an engine in a truck or car, either one, with all the accessories on it. But being we got the front end off this truck, core support out, like it's easier to put all the accessories on right there on the engine stand. So I think we're gonna give it a whirl and see how it goes. But it's a Marine built 350, and from the heads, I forget the numbers, 217 castings on the heads. I think the motor is supposed to make around 300 horsepower, 285 to 3. I've read 285 to 320, so somewhere in that neighborhood. Substantially more than the 305 was going to make anyway. So I think that's what we're going to do. There's going to run manifolds on it, and it's an 80s era truck, and that's the way it's going to be. Hey, Scott, how we doing, man? And Tara, whichever one of you's there, maybe both of you. But hopefully we can get that. Got a new flex plate come in today, new torque converter come. So hopefully I can get all that put together maybe tomorrow and get her dropped in there and made it up to that Turbo 400. I think so. It's, we called the company, I forget the company's name that built them motors, but it's got a torquey, like an RV type cam. And those heads, from what I understand, were produced by Chevrolet for Merc Cruiser, 4 boats. I don't know, but be a 194, 155 head, straight plug, nothing special. I don't see. But yeah, it makes 285. Somewhere between 285 and 320 is what they say. I'd be all right for that truck. So get that done, get it running, be able to crank it up and back it in and out of the shop, not have to push it in and out. or hook the side by side to it and pull it in and out. So got to make it a little better and get a little sense of accomplishment and get something going. Feel like he's actually getting something done on that thing. So it's been a slow process. Which really in the last 3 weeks, Barry's been working out of town. So he's been right on the job with the crew all day. So he hasn't been able to come up here and work on it much. So it's just kind of really just been sitting there, been piddling on it, nothing serious. And I did find something that works pretty good for painting small parts. Like a mower deck, like a riding mower deck, and turn it upside down. And set your pulleys or water pump, whatever, on the blade. Rotate that thing right around and spray paint it. Works pretty good. Just happened to be one on a bench out there I was doing some work on. So we painted the bottom of the mower deck while we're painting parts. So it works anyway. Anyway, that's about it. Just been piddling. Mr. Ed, what you been up to? I know you're good way you're working on something. Hippie, it does for us, man. We're peculiar, I guess maybe too peculiar and too inexperienced on top of that. We keep finding little divots here and there that really and truly don't amount to nothing. Smear a little putty over it and let it dry and sand it. Next thing you know, that divot's right back there again. You know. Well, Mr. Ed, I reckon that's a good thing. You never caught up. You never out of work. But yeah. I don't mind the wet sanding. I don't mind the rough sanding. But that daggum messing with Bondo and all, I ain't got much patience with that. The fun of it runs out. I don't mind cutting panels out, shaping them and welding them back in. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. That's fun. But sitting there smearing a bunch of Bondo and sanding it, that is not for me. But anyway, I reckon that's part of the game. Hey, Sean, what's happening, buddy? I did get a new. Yeah, it will. I swear. I don't know, man. It's just aggravating to me. Where's the Jason? How we doing, buddy? What is the if anybody wants to come in here? But yeah, I mean, the fiber, I'd just about rather work with fiberglass than I had just old Bondo. I mean, it don't seem like it shrinks down with you as bad. But I don't know. Like I say, I'd much rather cut some rusty metal out and weld some new in and not mess with a whole lot of Bondo. And but anyway, it's a project. It's something to do. So something to keep us out of trouble till deer season gets here anyway.
I don't know about that.
Well, keep us out of trouble. Yeah, hell, we got. Man, I'm vice president and treasurer of a hunting club right here, and I'll be daggum. We got served papers yesterday to taking us to Superior Court. A group of the bear hunters didn't like some bylaws that got passed. So now they're taking us all to court, and 3 different hunting clubs actually passed the same bylaws. Spreading lead would be fun, Jason. I think that'd be fun. So, but these guys they're talking about suing us for these $30,000-$40,000 worth of bear dogs they got and all this kind of mess, and it's crazy. But we'll see what happens. Hunting for that kind of money, I'm going to tell them that. Yeah, I've never messed with the lead, Jason, but I think it'd be fun to do. Got to be easier to shape than Bondo is, I would think. I don't know. But, Sean, I talked to that boy yesterday about those dart heads, and he's got the heads in the intake. They've been ported all matched. That he had no idea what they were worth. If you want to, man, he don't have a clue what he's got. He don't. They're the biggest iron eagles you can get. Whatever. I think they're 220s. I think's what he said, but I can't swear to that. He's got them on a little old 355. That they're just too much head for that motor. But you text me or let me know what you think they might be worth. And, he's pretty easy to get along with. I mean, I know shipping would be shown 230s. Okay. He'd be willing to wheel and deal, horse trade with something or, whatever. But if it's something you might be interested in, I may text you his number and let you and him deal with it, and I don't have to get in the middle of it or nothing. Whatever. But, hey, Smitty, what's happening, brother? But I mean, the man said I'm good on it. Oh, hey. But they make 180, 200, 215, and 230s. Okay, the ones I got are 200s. And they're the angle plug. But, y'all might be able to work out a deal. I don't know. But I got a set of heads here that would be a lot better on his truck than what them are. I mean, it's a daily driver, just something to cruise around with. It's not a race truck or nothing like that. It's got a little cam in it and a 4-barrel carburetor. I don't know where they come up with them big old heads at, but anyway, that's what he's got. So we'll get right and get this information to you, and I'll let him know you're gonna get with him. Y'all can get together on it, and then, like I say, maybe you make a deal. So they'd probably work a lot better on that 388 you're doing than that 355 he's got. It will. I understand that, David. It's easy to get busy, buddy. It's I'm retired, so I can watch videos about any time I want to. But I say retired, I'm in the shop every day, all day. Okay, Sean, that sounds like a deal, buddy. I had a guy come up here Saturday, got a 66 or 67 Chevy 2 wagon. drag car that he's cut up and back halved, and wanting me to do all the sheet metal work in it. I don't know. I told him, man, I got a yard full of trucks to work on. And deer season will be coming too. I don't need to be messing around with somebody's race car. And he said, well, there ain't no hurry. Hell, it's been being built for 12 years now. Another year is not going to matter. Well, with that attitude, we might can do it then. But he wants to put some, I guess it's polished aluminum. The pictures he showed looked like chrome inside the car. What little bit he had put in. But I guess it's polished aluminum. I really don't know. I weren't that enthused about doing it, so I paid a whole lot of attention to him. Yeah, I'm with you, David. I'm with you. You got to get it when it's there to get. But like I say, I got the S10 I want to build. Then I got this old 65 of Granddaddy's I want to work on, get back on. You know, so I need to paint my 07 Silverado there. It's, hey, Andy, what's happening, brother? Yeah, you got to get up early, don't you? Be to work at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, so, you know, it's, I don't know. I need to put a set of heads on that 327 and get it ready to go into 65. Do something with a fuel cell or a gas tank or something. I made up my mind what I'm on. I got a beer keg. I may make a gas tank, put in the bed for that in the 65. I may do it that way. But trying to find a hood for one that people that they want an arm and leg for them, and I ain't gonna do it. I'm not paying $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 for a hood. Not for no 65 C10. I'm not. You know. Don't buy Chevy Trax, Andy says. Yeah. From what I saw with that motor, I don't know that I want one either. Is that or isn't it? You ain't got to worry about that motor is rusting anyway. So damn, that thing squirted all over everywhere. Look like a blind man been under the hood with a can of CRC or something. But that'd be a good one, Andy, to build you a little small block and put in it. Auto Metal Direct. I hadn't thought about them heavy. I looked at several places online and shoot, man, they were $900 to $1,200 for a hood with, you know, with no parking lights or none of that kind of mess with them. Just a bare hood, no hinges, no latch, no nothing. That's hard for me to just swallow paying $1,200 for a hood. You know, but I mean, I may have to. Oh, like my buddy said the other day, is either put a hood on it or get a 6 or 871 blower and stick up on top of that small block. Then we don't need a hood. I wouldn't mind having a blower on it, to be honest. That'd be kind of cool. I've never messed with one. So, but I'm sure they're pretty expensive too. I ain't never priced none of that. Probably any amount you want to spend. So, yeah. You like Jeremy's idea too, huh? blower would look good on there. Big old bug catcher on it. Hey, Bubba, how we doing, man? Around 3,500 for a blower. I'd rather pay 35 for a blower, and I had 1,200 for a hood. That's for sure. Yeah, but all right, Ed. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. You did, Bubba. You did hear blower. A hood for 65 C10 is $1,000, $1,200. My buddy was up here the other day. Said, "Well, hell, just put a blower on it. Then you don't need a hood." Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a blower. I don't know nothing about them. But wait. But then Hippie was saying they're about $3,500 for a blower. I wouldn't know what. I don't know nothing about them, to be honest. I just don't. But that would be kind of cool, though. Old ratty truck with a big blower sticking up on the hood over it. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care about it making a bunch of power. It just really needs to look good and sound good. That would be the main thing. So, I don't know. That's the thought. That's for sure. Maybe keep an eye on Marketplace. Might find something. Okay. Well, that's shoot. We didn't have swap meets anywhere near here. We'd had to drive 4 or 5 hours to a swap meet that I know of. Anything that's any size to it would be probably Charlotte Motor Speedway. They usually have one. But I don't know. That's interesting. So have you got the rotating assembly for that thing yet, Sean, or are you just still getting together? Hey, Lars, how we doing, buddy? M Wolf 144 B&M. Hey, Bubba, you talking Chinese to me? I don't know. Hey, Rob, how we doing, buddy? Huh. Well, where are you at, Rob? I mean, like I say, the closest one I know of it typically would be Super Chevy at Bristol. Okay. Well, I have been to that one, Hippie. I have been to that one. At Virginia Motorsports Park used to have one. I don't know if they do it now anymore or not. And that's 4.5 hours for me. Dayton, Ohio. Lord have mercy, you have way across the country. Then Charlotte Motor Speedway's 5 hours from me. And normally have a big one. But Lord, you need to find you some better help, buddy. You put them out there working on their tan, and then they turn around and get an attitude with you when the job's finished. What kind of deal is that? Yeah, that was a cute video. There's the link if anybody wants to come in. Yeah, that was cute. Lars kicked back in the chair, feet propped up on the gas jug, drinking beer, watching JB with a garden tiller. And JB looked like he was struggling.
Figure it out. But if you have to call,
Yeah, I've done it for years, David. Working 50-hour a week job, and then trying to family time, and then do shop time too. That was tough. All right, Rob, we'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. You supervise, put him out there working on his tan, give him some little cardio, and he's wanting to bitch about it. It makes no sense. Hey, that was interesting, him doing that little video on sharpening them serrated blade knives. I never knew how to sharpen one of the things. Yeah, they showed that the other day. It was pretty cool.
see how much they were taking out.
Hey, Mike, how we doing, man?
But I mean, if you know what you're
It's yeah.
And if it was anything else.
So that's an hour and 30 minutes from you. Huh. Okay.
Okay. See you.
All right, John. Yeah, Mike, that's all we're doing, chilling out and bull jiving about putting us blowers and messing on motors and wearing swap meets and all that good stuff.
He's such an idiot.
Be nice.
No.
So it. Oh no, they don't, David. There's a phosphate plant 20 minutes away from me, 1,000 employee place, mines phosphate and makes fertilizer and sulfuric acid and all this different stuff. And I think they've got like 60 some openings right now. And they're starting people out at when they can get somebody 25 or $28 an hour. That's pretty daggum good money to not have education. They train you how to do something. Yeah, I bet so, hippie. I bet it's virtually impossible to find somebody to do flooring. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to my old boss man's son the other day. He does mostly commercial electrical work. And he said it was almost impossible to find somebody to just ride in a damn scissors lift and pull wire and run conduit. Don't even have to climb ladders or nothing. They're on scaffolding. Just scissors lift. Okay, LP, we'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, I would think Escalade would be right what you want to head to. I mean, and starting out at $25 an hour. Yeah, that ain't good money. With benefits, retirement, insurance. I think the first year they get 2 or 3 weeks of vacation. You know, it's working shift work. Most of it is 12-hour shifts, 3 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off. Every other weekend off. And all the overtime you would want to work. So you could knock out $100,000 a year quick and easy. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you pay your install guys, but you could probably double the money and still not get no better help. I mean, I think my buddy's been over there in the PCS in that mine for 10 or 11 years now. He runs a damn big old D11. You know, it just me like it's pretty easy job, sitting back in the air conditioning, control climate, stereo. Pretty easy. Hey CC, how we doing, buddy? Just trying to figure out how to make Bondo not shrink up. I swear I don't know how to do it. But damn, we found a little divot on the truck, and we sit there and run square blocks over it, and block sanded it, and find a little divot. Hey ASO, how we doing? Smear a little mud on it and sand it a little bit, and looks almost perfect. Next thing you know, there's a damn divot in again. There's a hole in the back of the truck the Bondo keeps going through. It's crazy. I mean, it's not a little big. It looks like something you took a chipping hammer and just put a good little rock dink or something in it, you know, no big deal. But, Lord have mercy. It is aggravating, that's for sure. You ain't using that 3M. It's just plastic. Looks like regular Bondo to me, but it's a 3M can. I do know that. Air bubble. Come on, man. Warm the metal up. Hey, it's 80 degrees here during the day. That's warm enough. I mean, I don't know. I told him I was going to make some fiberglass up and go over top of it. And say it's not much, just a couple little divots. Evercoat. Okay, I saw that at the Napa store. Is that that's not that white looking stuff comes in a little pint jug, is it? Is that the same thing we're thinking about? I can't. I know they had a pint, looked like a pint maybe, or something, a little white pint jug. It was white, had Evercoat on it. And it reminded me it was the same thing as like the red glazing putty. Round can about 3 inches high. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go by there tomorrow and see then. You know, it's right on the roll of the fender where the trim around the wheel well might cover it, it might not. I just hate for that to be, hate for it to be there. Okay. Yeah, well, they were plenty proud of it, that's for sure. It was like $60, $70 for that little paint jug of mess. But what I did see, no, it may have been just Napa, you know, I don't know. The 3M buffing compound, like the yellow and the purple quart jugs, I guess are quart. Pinkish purple can. Okay. Yeah, what I was looking at was like solid white with a little label on it. But I think I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. But a quart of that 3M buffing compound is $75 now. Last one I bought was like, it's been 4 or 5 years ago too. $30, 30 some dollars, and I thought that was high. And looking at them the other day, it was 70 some dollars a piece. I mean, that's crazy. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, Sean. That's why I thought CCI would be doing that little white jug of that glazing compounds looking stuff. Hell, it looked almost like sheetrock putty, liquid, you know, a little wetter, but that's pocket change to somebody. Hell, it hurt my feelings just seeing it. You know, I was wondering about that, you know. See that? Is that 3M stuff that much better, you know, than like, we'll say, turtle wax buffing compound, rubbing compound you can go get a Walmart and get? You know, it's, well, Sean, I think that's our problem. I think we get it real close enough. We ought to be leaving it alone. And then we sit back in the chair over there and drink a drink and look at it. I better hit that one more time. The next thing you know, you got a hole sanded right back in it. I mean, I've been watching some guys on YouTube spraying that Duplicolor paint. I don't know nothing about it. As a base clear stuff, and you know, it looked good. $3M123 is worth the money. Okay. I mean, the way they had it set up over at Napa, you know, you had a rough cutting compound and a mild, medium, and then a fine in 3 different jugs at $75 a piece. Yeah. Sand the car down and paint it again first. Yeah. Good God. Yeah, that's what I don't know that much about it. You know, I've always used like the turtle wax style rubbing compound. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can get that motor set in. Maybe this weekend. And start bolting fenders and all back on that thing. Get the front half ad ready to paint. JB, we painting cars, buddy, and fussing about the price of buffing compound. If we had your money, we wouldn't even be worried about it. We'd just go ahead and get a case of it and be done. Bill's telling Lars, man, he's gonna have to hire some more help or something. I mean, he got you out there working on your tan, getting leg workout, cardio workout, and then you wanted to have an attitude at the end. What the hell, man? Don't think so. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna try that knife sharpening deal with them serrated knives like you done. I'm gonna try it. If that don't work, I'm gonna box them up and send them to you. Well, didn't somebody have to supervise? He kept the bears from stealing the jug of gas. I did see that. Had his feet propped on that, holding it down. Well, you look like you were enjoying them other ones. We probably got 25 or 30 of them. I think you'd love to do that. No, I'm gonna find me some of them little wheels, them little stones like you had. I'm gonna sure give. It made total sense watching you do it. So that, You think he was doing it wrong on purpose? Is that what you might be saying? Because he knew you'd take it over? Okay. All right. Yeah, them boys tickle me, man. JB and Lord, they are hilarious. Yeah, but that sharpening them daggone steak knives he was doing for Mr. B Real, that looked like that would be a pain. Very time consuming, look like. Hey, so did you get your motor dropped in? I think I'm gonna have to go to Harbor Farts and get a ram for my engine lift. I'm a cherry pick, whatever you gonna call it. Oh Lordy. boys ain't right. Oh, have mercy, they ain't right. Damn, ASO. How close are you to the water? Man, hell, I'm a mile and a half from the river and 5 miles from a sound. We don't get that kind of rain. Well, we're about the same. Hey, Don, how we doing?
Where's this go?
I made it.
Look at that.
So,
You made it.
yeah.
So you want me
No
to box
thanks.
knives up and send them to you?
No. Hey, if you got nice, like steak, I mean, not steak knives, but chef knives, stuff like that, hey, I'm your man.
Okay, CC. I'll check them
Yeah, I
out.
can't. Yeah, I can't see the chats. I've tried it 3 or 4 times.
Okay. Yeah. You got to get 2 phones going. One to talk on and one to read the chats on.
Well, that's what Lars is for, but he's outside doing something.
Well, what's he cooking?
We ain't cooking nothing tonight. He conned me into tilling that damn garden. And then sat around and made a video about it. That's what kind of friend I got.
It was hilarious. He kicked back with his feet up on the gas jug, drinking beer.
He was out there, man. I just didn't like how he was doing it. And I'm like, hang on, man, let me get a hold of that. And he just went and got his chair and stood around. I'm like, man, you're an asshole.
Yeah, that
But
couldn't
he-
have been playing much better. There he is. Slave driver.
Hey, man, I figured it out. If you just pretend like you don't know what you're doing and get somebody else on that stuff, you ain't got to do it.
Hey, you got it. You got it. You
Things
got it.
going good in your world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I was telling them guys a while ago, it was till we got lawsuit papers served on us for the hunting club stuff yesterday.
Damn.
Bear hunters are taking us to Superior Court. So if we
What?
outlaw, we ban some. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna try to get money back for their dogs and all this $30,000 worth of dogs and all this kind of mess. And they broke club rules and they got kicked out basically because of that.
look,
And now they're saying,
hey, if they signed a piece of paper abiding by the rules, that's,
oh yeah,
that's
Yeah.
simple.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what you need right there is a bunch of damn time running back and forth to the damn courthouse.
Yeah. A bunch of grown ass men just wanting to hunt and got to go do this. Got worse than yeah. Yeah, I mean that here, we can bait bear, bait deer. And they a week before turkey season come in, one bear hunter that loves to turkey hunt. These bear hunters went in there and decided, look, this is where Tony loves to turkey hunt. Do not put no corn out there.
Oh,
They
hell,
put a
yeah.
whole truck full of turkey. Yeah, that kind of mess,
They knew what
child
they was
play, just children's shit.
doing. Yeah. People, man, people.
Yeah, somehow or another, game warden was there, so the guy couldn't go hunt it. So no baiting allowed. Where are you at, Don, Pennsylvania.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Don's up there. He's right close to Buck.
Shit, but I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I can't see the comment.
I don't know where we're losing signal again.
Yeah, you was kind of cutting out there for a second.
Hello,
I
Wendy.
mean, hell, yeah, I don't know what happened. Hey, Wendy, yeah, we between me and Barry and my buddy, we've got probably five.
We're losing you, man.
Yeah. You skipped out there.
What the hell's going on here?
You turned your leg the wrong way.
Well, I'm reloading it.
Well, hey, again, welcome to JB's Little Shop, where you can get all your needs fulfilled. Just tune in, subscribe, like, right? Hey, everything is great in this part of the world. We'll wait for them to get back, but I think we've done this once before. Get them, Lars.
In the meantime, please enjoy this music.
Yeah.
me. Oh, never mind. There he is.
Yeah, he's trying to get back in there. I don't know what happened to his internet, but uh-oh, I hear him.
I don't know. Am I there?
You're almost there,
Yeah.
man.
Joe's computer signal strong.
You gotta love internet crap. You gotta love it. There he is.
Are we back now? Yeah, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
You're gonna have to move
Yeah,
closer.
between me and my buddy, I can't move no closer to the damn the Wi-Fi stuff's right there. It's between me and my buddy, I think we run about 50 trail cameras.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
And
about
we
that.
put, yeah, we put out a bunch of trail camera, probably 6, 7, 14-pound bags of corn a week between the two of us.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's every week.
Yeah.
We start in July and don't stop till after January. Hey, Mohawk, how we doing?
You still using that mower or whatever out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's up to my buddy's place right now. He's using it. And we'll start mowing paths again shortly.
Right.
Because all the weeds in the paths and the streaks and stuff now is knee high or better. So we better have to get on it. Or it'll be head high shortly.
Right. Go out there one day.
But yeah, I went. Oh well. Well, I went up there today and took you up there. He just got back in the club, and we spent about 6 hours on the side by side up there around just showing him different deer stands that me and Barry have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Tony, how we doing?
Need to get you some videos of out there, man.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah. I did that a couple of times, Lars, and never got no views. Yeah. But I did start another channel just to do that.
Right.
And I kind of got slack, it's
that's like us with that little outdoor panel.
Yeah, no.
Too much crap to keep up with.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I pulled 2 trail cameras out of the woods today that I had forgot I even had in there. They've been in there since October, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hit them
And
from
there
you,
was
sir.
1,700 pictures. There was 1,700 pictures on them 2 cameras.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
You'll spend a while going through them, clearing that card out.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
well, hopefully you
Freaking
got
squirrels.
Yeah.
hopefully you got a picture of Sasquatch. Then you'll be a millionaire.
Not nary one. Not nary one. Squirrels.
Yeah.
A
Birds.
few bucks. Yeah. I had a picture of a 14, 15-inch 8-pointer that was in mid-January. He still hadn't lost his horns.
Yeah.
And I got 4 or 5 pictures in the last week or 2 of bucks in velvet. You know, so that they're there. And just, you know, it's expensive. You know, when you pay $1,000 to go to be in a hunting club,
Yeah.
and then put out the corn and the cameras that we do to shoot $2,
Right.
you know, up to like, don't make sense.
Wow.
You know,
It's just
between the
about getting
corn and the cameras,
just about getting
say
out there.
between the corn and oh yeah, we do. Man, we got little propane heaters that go in the stand, you know, with sliding windows in them and sliding doors, metal roofs on them.
That ain't hunting.
Y'all
Right.
sick.
That ain't hunting.
Swivel desk chair. Look, my favorite stand's got carpet on the floor. So you get in the stand, you pull your boots off and kick back. You got a board across there for propping your feet up.
Heck yeah.
Swivel desk chairs. There's 2 of them there.
Just need to do like who was it?
And got good
I don't know.
phone signal. See,
I don't know if it was them Duck Dynasty guys years back or whatever. They took that damn trailer or camper.
Yeah, put it up in the
Put it
tree.
up in the damn air.
Yeah.
You'll be doing that next.
Oh,
well, Barry's got a stand. It's I think it's 4 foot by 7 foot with a roof on it, walls, all that good stuff, desk chairs in it, and it's mounted on a boat trailer. When he put the tongue jacks on all 4 corners of the boat trailer. So he decides he wants to hunt here. He just hooks to it with his 4-wheeler side by side and pulls it down there and
yeah.
There you go.
levels it up, and he's good to go. You know, but
Just don't think you got the boat hooked up and then go to the lake and back out that.
yeah, that might not be good. But we do. We have a lot of fun. CC, we've got 50 members in this club.
That's good.
We lease a little over 5,000 acres from Weyerhaeuser. And the lease this year, I'm secretary treasurer or treasurer also. And their lease this year was $600 and some just for Weyerhaeuser. You know, so there we got 50 members at $1,050 a piece. You know, we wound up with I think $7,000 in the bank left to pay insurance and other small leases and stuff we have. But it takes $50,000 a year to run that hunting club.
So you get rich quick is what you're saying.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we used to you know, that's basically a dog hunting club.
Yeah.
And we used to dog hunt with VHF radios in our trucks. Instead of the CBs, you used VHFs. And some of them boys got on one of the sailboat channels, and we got the FCC on us, and we were given an option. Yeah, we were given an option: pay a $10,000 fine, or buy two channels, two private channels.
Well,
So we had to buy the two private channels, which was $1,000.
yeah, that's cheaper than that damn fine.
Oh yeah, and every 10 years we have to update the channels, and it's like $300 or $400 every 10 years
Wow.
to pay that. So you know you got to keep all that in mind too when you're paying the bills, to have that money there.
Is it just the two of y'all
Yeah.
checking the cameras and all that? You know.
Oh yeah, those are just mine and his cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of our cameras are cell phone cameras.
Okay.
So if anybody comes around, we know it
Yeah.
pretty well instantly.
Heck yeah, Tony.
But the majority of the guys I hunt with or in the club, they're dog hunters. They deer hunt with dogs.
You got
And
all your dogs, didn't you?
yeah, got rid of all my dogs.
Yeah. I remember
Oh,
those videos. They'd be back here behind the shop or whatever. Right. They don't
Yeah.
get out.
Constantly.
Yeah, I got rid of all them, man. I sold them all. They all went to Charleston, South Carolina. Sold them. One guy come down and bought them all. But yeah, I love to enjoy the still hunting. You know, I'm in the woods at 5:30 in the morning. And there's peace and quiet. Ain't nobody aggravating me.
And that's
And
what
I
it's
got-
about.
And go home whenever I get ready.
Yep.
You ain't got to catch no damn dogs and go home and feed no dogs.
Yeah. Or you ain't got to walk out the back porch and hear them back here.
All night long. Yeah, there's enough rabbits and cats running around this neighborhood. They get continuously all night long. Which the neighbors didn't care. It didn't bother them a bit.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, because there's, shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 5 of us in this half-mile circle where I lived that had deer dogs. So somebody's dogs was raising hell all the time.
Yeah. They just yap
Yeah.
back and forth to one another.
Oh yeah. Once that started, all of them gonna do it.
That was like an old guy that I used to, buddy I grew up with, used to do work for a fella down the road from here where JB lives, and he had a bunch of coon dogs. And
Mhm.
the neighbors were raising hell, you know, always giving him shit about him back there in the damn pens. Just
Oh yeah.
that was some of the most fun I had going out there. I didn't do it much, but that coon hunting with them damn dogs, and we'd be out there at them old collar, whatever radio antennas on them. Beep, 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 beep. All right, we're going this way. He's back here somewhere. 3,
Oh, yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning. Find them damn dogs.
Yep. We started out with them damn old beep beep collars,
Yeah,
and then went
Yeah.
to the GPS collars,
right.
and then we went to the GPS collars where we could shot them.
There you go.
So I mean, if I could have a signal on my dog, and I could get a signal most of the time at a mile,
Really,
I could shock him.
that's a good
Yeah,
call.
you could turn one around on the video. Yeah. I mean, there I had 10 of those collars. They're $300 a piece.
Yeah. We just
You
had
know,
them
in
old
the tracking box. And,
Yeah, we just had that damn receiver, you know, the big bunny ears coming out of it.
yeah,
Sitting there.
I still got some of them.
Yeah.
I-
First time I
Yeah, I
seen
still
that
got some.
little boy or whatever, but that tripped me out or whatever. I'm like, you know, old man or whatever, his name's Johnny Martin. He used to give us crap. That dog's right over there. He'd be sitting in the truck there, you know, that damn box, just giving it. How the hell's he know where them things are all the time?
Yeah. Problem is here, there's so many power lines run around where we hunt,
Yeah.
and the power lines will deflect the signal, and you'll think the dog's heading due north from you, and he's actually due south.
Yeah.
Yeah, the signal bounces off those power lines and messes with it. And oh God,
We had problems with them.
where the
dogs
GPS.
running down in hollers,
Mm.
them old collars on them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just wouldn't get nothing.
We got a section up there on the hunting club. They put, I don't know what the guy was going to do with it. The guy used to own the land. He sold it now, but there's a bunch of old boiler pipes up there that are 5 and 6 foot diameter pipes, 20 foot long, and them freaking dogs would go inside them damn boiler pipes, and you'd get a GPS signal on if you were dead in line with the open end of that boiler pipe. And then you'd try to drive around to get closer to it, and you'd lose signal. No signal whatsoever. What the hell?
Yeah.
Go back around.
He's right here
But
somewhere.
yeah, that was aggravating.
We'll find him.
Yeah. All right, Mohawk. We'll see you later, buddy.
See you, Mohawk.
But
Yeah. There was nothing like
yeah.
this.
I mean, deer,
Go ahead.
man. My cousin used to be big into coon hunting, and he
Yeah.
talked me into going one night when it was colder than hell. And he done to some old swamp. And I asked him, man, what do I need? He said, a coat and knee boots. Mhm. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hip boots love. So I went 2 times, got back there, and we caught that dog and had to tote the bastard out of there. He had done treat a possum.
Right.
And then we got to wade in water almost waist deep to get back there and back to the damn truck. Build a fire, get warmed up.
That's like us one
Yeah.
night. Damn,
It ain't long before it's daylight.
damn briar patch. We're sitting about 100 yards off, and we hear them damn things trace up. I fought through that damn briar patch, finally get there, shine that light up in there. You damn dogs. It's a freaking possum.
Yep.
But
Yep.
there ain't nothing like
Yeah.
sitting out there. and
Well,
being
my cousin
dead.
took that
Oh,
damn, yeah. Oh, I about that.
Oh,
He was here, now he's gone.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Tony, it might have been funny on his
there he
end.
is.
Funny on my
He
end.
should be
There I
coming
am.
up.
I'm a glitch in the matrix.
Welcome.
Good evening.
It's the Don.
Yeah,
Oh, Jay,
did
did you get your chores done, baby?
my
Yeah.
damn cousin took that possum, shot that thing out of the tree, and beat that dog by half to death. And then had to tote the dog out. Wouldn't go. He's half scared now. All that damn water. God, what the hell it is. I don't eat coon meat anyway.
Right. That old guy that we used to borrow dogs from.
So
Yeah.
I'll stick with my deer hunt.
Yeah. That guy we used to borrow dogs from had a couple of them old black and tans. He sold them, I think he had half a dozen of them. He sold them a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the Don doing this evening?
And, well, I guess not as high dollar as they used to be when coons hides were worth some money.
I'm taking the rest of the day off.
The boys
Jay.
tell me, man, they're finding $10,000 bear dogs.
Dang.
They talk like $5,000 is a cheap buy for a bear dog. I said, they crazy.
Are you crazy?
Hell. I
You're in
ain't,
the wrong.
You fixing to go dead though.
Saying we can't use
Yeah.
dogs here in PI.
you can't run deer or bear with dogs.
Nope. No. Here, if you see a dog running a deer, you're legally allowed to shoot it. You're allowed to shoot the dog.
Well, what about the deer?
Shoot
Really?
it first.
Okay. Now I got you.
Well,
Okay.
a dog,
Okay.
dog will run a deer to
Yeah.
death.
Oh yeah. That's when you got a good dog, when he'll catch the deer.
Now hang on. Buck's calling.
And I got an email from Holly Carburetors the other week. and finally went and looked at it, and they run a heck of a sale. I bought 2 Mr. Gasket 105 gallon per hour fuel pumps with the regulators and wiring harnesses with the relays built in them. The whole mess, 2 fuel pumps, 2 regulators, and 2 relay kits was $130 for the whole mess. And they look just like a Holly Blue pump to me, but I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good buy. Now, I've never used a Mr. Gasket fuel pump neither, so I don't know. I don't know how good they are.
You will find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one reason I bought 2 of them. I mean, it's supposed to be some winter clearance, getting rid of a bunch of stuff. But I sure didn't see. CC, we'll see you later, buddy. I didn't see where carburetors were on sale none. They had one Holly Dominator, a 1400 CFM Dominator. That thing was $700. Good
Wow.
money. Tony, I think that sale's still going on because they were going to run it. From the way I understood the email, just go to holly.com and look it up. But I say the fuel pumps, I think, were $48 a piece. And the regulator, it was a bypass regulator, so it had a return line for it, made for it. It come with the pump and a relay wiring kit. I think the relay kit was like $25. Anyway, it was $130 total for 2 pumps and 2 wiring kits. So I didn't figure that bad. Nothing else. I put one on my run stand and one on the S10, something like that.
It don't sound like too bad of a deal.
I don't think so,
As long as they work for you.
Yeah. I mean, it'll work.
Anything nowadays, you've got
And
not sure even new out of the box you're kind of afraid of nowadays.
Yeah. It's like this little electric pump we had on. Hang on.
yeah.
That didn't last long at all.
Okay, Tony. Yeah, I had one of those on my run stand. One of them little clickety clack pumps.
Right.
And I don't know, that pump lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah. We had one on the trash truck that we took off the Blazer and then put a new one on it. And that one wasn't even that damn old. I think we put it on there right before No Name Nationals. Of course, we're just running the trash truck. We ain't got it hooked up to the tank, just running out of a gas can.
Right.
It probably ran them 2 hours altogether. And then it just got loud. Then stopped. It's done.
With that, the one I got on my run stand is some old clickety clack thing I got from Amazon. I think it was like $15. And every now and again, you got to take a hammer and knock the hell out of it, and it'll go back to working for a little while, but it starts getting noisy. You better go hit it with a hammer because it's fixing to quit on you.
Yep.
But you can't have that under a car, trying to drive it.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do then? That's the Blazer we got. Same damn one. One of these up under it right now. It's running off of. We get this transmission shit figured out or whatever. We got that mechanical pump. We're gonna try to hook back up to it and get it working. Yeah.
And I'm beyond putting on a mechanical pump on the 383.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I may.
That's the thing with that trash truck or whatever.
It's out of a motor.
Yeah. That trash truck or whatever.
Yeah,
we're blind. Got the spot for the mechanical pump.
Yeah,
that's all I've got is mechanical pumps. I like all my shit old
Is it
school.
just a stock pump or
Me too, Don.
yeah?
Yep. Even like running points.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not smart enough for electronic ignition, so
Hey, that damn electronic bit us in the ass
Oh,
last
well,
year.
that makes a difference, Rob.
Hey, we'll pick this up soon, you know.
60 pounds.
That made yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you had to buy a good pump to get that. But yeah, it's that 383 is calculated at 550 horsepower, somewhere in that neighborhood, 525, 550, and it could run off of them, upgraded stock manual pump. Better than stock, but a manual pump could supply it with no problem. And I'm not beyond that. I may do that. It depends on how much I drive it, But I got to get the motor in it first before I even worry about that. And you got to get Barry's truck out of the shop before I can put the motor in the S10. Then we got that, I don't know, that boy's supposed to bring me that Chevy 2 wagon to do the sheet metal work in it. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. 66 or 67 Chevy 2 wagon, he's tubbed it and narrowed the rear end. And now want me to go in there and weld the tubs in and weld the sheet metal, fix the sheet metal in the back of it and all. But I told him, I said, man, this was last Saturday. I said, deer season's coming. He said, good God Almighty, it ain't even June yet. And you're talking about deer hunting. I said, yeah, but we got to get ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said, well, damn, I've been working on this race car for 12 years. I guess one more year ain't going to matter. I said, yeah, but it ain't going to sit in my damn shop for sure. Chevy wagon, Rob, 67. It is. It's a sweet looking little car. He's got a 12.5-inch tire, 12.5-inch tire, 31-inch tall tire tucked up underneath of it. That thing sits right down low and level. All 2x3 tube chassis. Ought to be pretty nice. I don't know. I ain't all interested in doing a bunch of sheet metal work neither.
Yeah, after I
showed
get
me a picture of it.
done, I got floors to finish in my Valiant.
Well, he was showing me the sheet metal. I mean, he's got 2 or 3 stacks of damn sheets of sheet metal over there, but I don't know if it's aluminum or stainless. It's damn near shiny as a mirror.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's polished aluminum or polished stainless.
You touch that welder
Either way,
too, go through it.
I guess. Do up. Say what,
Start
Lord?
welding, figure it out.
Oh yeah. It's got to be stainless because he said the boy that was helping him. Well, I guess not. They make aluminum welding. The guy stick welding, tack welding the tubs in with a stick welder. So
Oh hell, just bend
it's got to
it.
be
Pop
steel.
it.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to mess with it or not.
Probably not.
But no,
That's nice, man. Go ahead and take it.
not really. Yeah, well, we got Jeremy's back up here. We got it.
Nope, you're breaking up, old man.
I think we're gonna build a 4. Oh, Emma, okay. I think we're gonna build a 421 to go in Jeremy's Malibu. So we got to get that done. But I don't know. we'll get something done. I mean, everybody's got projects they want done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pedal on mine.
That's all.
Yeah,
It'll be all right.
Wendy wants to drive the one Valiant to work next week. I gotta work on the ignition switch for that.
Oh, let's get you a button.
What's wrong with it?
Well, the starter doesn't work with the key. You can turn the ignition on, but you got to bump it under the hood,
Yeah.
which I just keep a small screwdriver in the hinge, but it probably doesn't work for her so well. Which it's not
Yeah.
running too bad. It doesn't stall out very often, once in a great while, but once you get it running, it usually runs till you quit.
Yeah. Well, that's the last thing you want to be in a tractor or something in the day
Okay.
like that.
Now, has it? Yeah. Now, has it got a remote?
Breaking up again. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, I want to check that.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that. Does the solenoid is the solenoid remote or is it a solenoid on the starter?
It's on the starter.
Okay.
It started acting up the end of last year when I put it away. I just never climbed under it. I don't know if it's in the switch or the solenoid. But it worked once or twice with the key, so I don't know if it's just a bad contact in the switch or if it's the solenoid itself. But if you jump it underneath the hood, it cranks right over, so it's probably in the key.
Well, hey, fellas, I got to use the restroom. I'm going to hop off of here.
Yeah.
Might be back.
We'll be here.
All right, Lord. All right, buddy. Yep. Yep. But
Hello,
that,
Rusty.
yeah, I reckon that the ignition switch has probably got like. Hey Chuck, how we doing, man? You've made it.
It's like anything in
made
those
it.
old cars. It's usually a bad contact.
Yeah.
The only
Yep,
suck
that's
part
right.
is digging up under the dash. I'm a little bit big to be climbing under
yeah.
dashes anymore. We'll get it
That's when
figured
it's just
out.
about
We'll get
easier.
it-
Yeah, it's about easier to pull the seat out sometimes.
yeah. Then you got all kinds of room.
Yeah.
We'll get it figured out.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can, and you may find a wire terminal right there on the back of the plug where it plugs in. You may be able to fix it right. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, there's only
What
one
year's
way
that
to
car?
find it. 62.
Yeah. Probably all original.
Yep. Yeah, that one's factory everything.
Okay.
Slant 6, push button automatic. And the neutral safety still works in it, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, my granddad had one. Oh, I don't remember. It was a push button, but it was a station wagon. I do remember that. I was just a little kid. And that was always amazing to me. You reach over there and pushing buttons to make the car go.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah. How many years did they make that? Do you know?
I haven't a clue.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
I ended up got these Valiants. My uncle owned them, and he was selling the 440 Valiant years ago, and I wanted to keep it in the family because he had it. He was talking about it for 15 years at the reunion, and he was selling it, and it's like, I wanted to keep it in the family. He's like, who doesn't want a big block Valiant?
Yeah.
Then a couple years later,
Yeah.
he sold the second one. And it's like, oh, you got to keep them together because they're like brother and sister. They might as well be identical twins except for the motors in them. He'd go out and pick a fight with us.
So they're basically the same car.
Yep, they're both white. He homemade Continental kits on them. He made them to look identical. He'd go out and pick a fight with the Slant
Okay.
6, then he'd come back and get the big block.
That's cool. That's
He
cool.
used to do it all the time. He'd pick a fight with the 6-cylinder, then, say pick a fight and then make a reason to go back to the house and get the other car. And nobody'd think you'd have two of them.
Uh-huh. Oh, no. But
But I like
that
them.
old
They're
boy
great.
I used to mess around with a lot. He raced them. Yeah. Old boy used to mess around. He street racing. He had a Vega station wagon that was tubbed and narrowed, but he had hubcaps on it. So unless you squatted down and looked behind it, you really couldn't tell how big the tires were.
Right. And
But
nobody'd think
he had a
it's
350.
dubbed.
No. He had a little 355 in it that sounded just as stock as could ever been. Well, what he done, he had a nitrous kit on it, but he only had the purge hooked up on it. But he had a choke cable hooked to the full barrel part of the carburetor. He'd go to the drag strip and make a pass or two, and he'd get up there and he'd purge that nitrous and just purge it all over everywhere. And he'd make a pass, and he'd pull that choke cable and that'd make the full barrel come open. So it run pretty quick.
Right.
Well, then he'd go back and start talking crap and get boys to race him. Well, the only way they'd race him was if he would disconnect the nitrous. I said, okay, I'll disconnect the nitrous. I'll run you barefooted. And he'd wear their ass.
That's
Boy,
something my uncle would do.
I said, boy, you're going to get killed. Somebody's going to get you. My wife just got rid of a 64 Valiant push button last year. That's cute. That's cool. Chuck, how many years did they make the push button? I know, bet you know. All I ever knew was that when my granddaddy had that station wagon. That was a big old car.
Yeah,
Well,
after I
that's what
got
he
these
used to go
Valiants,
fishing with.
like, I always wanted to get a 62 Valiant wagon just to complete these Valiants, they kind of grew
Uh-huh.
on me over the years. Then I seen a Valiant wagon. It's like, man, isn't that pretty? Even though they're ugly as sin, that's a pretty car.
Yeah, they're kind of cool looking. They're unique.
Yeah.
I mean, does yours have like the oval grill in it?
Yep. It's a 300 grill.
Okay.
I don't think I got any pictures on my phone. I just got a new phone here not too long ago, and I don't have any pictures on it yet. Got my
Okay.
old phone, but of course the battery's dead. So
Huh.
Wendy's saying no,
Well, I
Don.
I figured Chuck would have known. He done beeped out on me on that. He's all about them old cars. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what motor or anything was in that one my granddad had, but I remember it was a station wagon with a push button shifter stuff.
Saying those
was-
older Valiants, I think all of them came with the Slant 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, that I have no idea.
I mean, you might have been able to get a Plymouth Savoy with a small block in it.
Huh.
Saying
But
I
the
don't.
Slant 6 was-
My uncle could tell you, but he knows all that shit.
Yeah, well, I grew up diehard Chevrolet. I never knew nothing about Mopars.
Yeah.
I just never.
Oh. My uncle he retired from Ford. He worked there for 33 years, but he's been a Mopar nut his whole life.
Huh. Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Worked at Ford, but was a Mopar guy.
Yeah, and he retired after 33 years, and he's been retired for 36 now.
Huh.
Like he's been retired longer than he worked.
Yeah.
Still getting that money.
Okay, Chuck's got and looked it up. He said 56 through 64 was when the push buttons were. Okay. But we learned something tonight.
Yep.
Because I sure had no idea. But
And I'm glad mine came with a book. He's got a 62 service manual that came with it. So,
I bet that's interesting.
yeah, it's showing its age. Go away, cat. Keep going.
Yep, she's been around a while, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Huh. There's a lot of information in that book there.
And not one place in it does it say don't drink the battery fluid.
Maybe they just assume you know better.
Saying it's got everything in here, tolerances and this and that, and clearances and torque specs, and
Yeah, you ought to be able to tear that car apart and rebuild it back with that book.
yep. I mean, yeah, there's a section on how to tear the transmission down.
Huh. Yep, that would be interesting to keep. But now, is your 440, is it stock or has you got stuff done to it?
No, it's stock. It's just a motorhome 440. He just stuck a big motor in a little car.
Uh-huh.
But I've got another RV 440. I'm in the middle of pulling that apart. I'm gonna put a little cam in it. I've worked the heads a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing fancy. I just wanted a little better than stock because the one in it's getting tired. The seals and the gaskets are all weeping, and it doesn't run too bad, but it's getting tired.
Huh.
You know how it was back in the day. You just pull the motor out of one, throw it in something else. You never pulled them apart.
Mm-hmm. Well, the things were laying everywhere,
Yes, and back in the day, you just grabbed another motor and threw it in.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's turning into a long day.
Yeah. So, but y'all can't bait any deer at all or bear or anything up there?
Nope. Nope. We had a spot up here along the railroad tracks that was public hunting a couple years ago, and somebody went back in there and dumped a bunch of corn, and the game commission come in and roped it off 500 yards on each side. They shut it down for the whole year, rest of the season.
Huh.
Yeah, baiting's a big no-no in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But, if you're going out in early season and you eat an apple along the way.
Yep.
Or a couple apples.
That's right.
You just cut the peeling off of it and eat the center.
Mm-hmm.
You can get away with that. But saying you go out there and dump 20 pounds of corn, they kind of frown on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got like broadcasters that go on the back of our side-by-sides and pull a lever and hit the button and take off. And we spread corn for half a mile at a time. And we buy it from a farmer right here he shoot 2 miles of me. And his 50-pound bags are 60 or 70 pounds are just as full as you can get them. And they're $7, I think $7 a bag.
That ain't bad.
No. You go buy 6 bags, and he has an honor system. It works great. He's got it stacked up under a shelter on pallets, and he's got an honor system there, and the price is right there on the wall.
Yep.
You just
Throw
drop
your
the money in
the box.
throw your money in the box and go.
Yeah,
And,
and 95% of the people will work with that.
Mm-hmm.
You got those couple people they'll just stop by and snag a couple.
Yeah, and he goes out there with his wife does. That's her job, to take care of the money out of the corn. So she goes out there several times a day, and she'll check the money. And each pallet is numbered how many bags are on it, and she'll do a quick inventory with the money. And most time he says, there's extra money in there where people didn't have the correct change.
Yeah, and they'll throw it in the box anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it works good. I put corn out on Sundays and I put corn out on Wednesdays. So I'll leave here Sunday morning and go 6, 8, 10 bags, whatever, and put in the back of the truck and head on, and then do it again on Wednesday. But, we shoot some pretty decent bucks, between 16 and 9 pointers. That's fairly regular.
Yeah, about all I get to hunt is public land,
That's-
which if you go deep enough, because most people don't like to get off the beaten trail. They're afraid to go a couple 100 yards back in. They'd rather walk the road back and, sit by a tree on the trail.
Uh-huh. Yeah, most of the hunters, I'll say most of the people that are in the club with us, if a truck won't get them there, they're not going. So we take our side-by-sides and shoot. We're back. We're 2 miles from the closest road. You don't have to worry about nobody.
Yeah. That's the only thing sucks about or beginning of season. It's like you go back in there, it's a pumpkin patch.
Uh-huh.
Sun comes up and there's orange everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and with us, the boys, most of the boys are dog hunters, and they only get to dog hunt on Friday and Saturday. So me and Barry get to hunt all week long right up there by ourselves. We'll be lucky if we see somebody during the week.
Yeah, that's the way it is over here. It's like Monday and Tuesday. Oh, and weekends. Well, we're only allowed to hunt one Sunday, which rifle season is 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Early archery is like beginning of October till the week of Thanksgiving. So you got like 6 weeks early archery, 2 weeks of rifle after Thanksgiving, and then late season is day after Christmas till like middle of January, 3rd week of January, which I like the late season because a lot of people don't go out. They don't want to get cold.
Yeah. Well, that's why our archery season starts mid-September. Around September 12th, normally somewhere right around there. And it runs till the first, I think it's the first week of October. I believe is what it is. And then we got 2 weeks of black powder.
Yeah, we got 3 days in the middle of that for inline.
Uh-huh. Well, then we have
Saying our late season is archery and flintlock. Primitive,
flintlock.
yeah,
Good Lord.
primitive ignition.
See, that ought to be, I would have thought like flintlock would have been right along with bow in the early season to give you at least a better chance. But here, once our rifle season comes in the 12th, 13th October, something like that, and it stays in till January 1st.
Wow.
And you can rifle hunt 7 days a week. On Sundays from daylight to 9 in the morning, but from 9 to 1, you got to stop. And then from 1 o'clock on, I guess for church times, I guess is what that is.
Yeah. Up until a couple years ago, we weren't allowed to hunt Sunday at all for deer.
Yeah.
You know, you could hunt, you know, like oddball stuff, like blackbirds. Hell, I don't even hunt it.
And we got a new turkey season. Turkey season went out 3 weeks ago. And then we got a 2-week squirrel season that started as soon as turkey went out and run for 2 weeks. I didn't even know that until it was over with. But then squirrel will come back in like 1st of November and run out till like February.
Yeah, we got a long squirrel season,
I mean, nobody hunts them, but
which sucks in early archery because you get squirrel hunters out there and they'll walk through and not even see you sitting in a tree. I've had squirrel hunters walk right under my tree and never
a lot
once
of them
to
are
pick back up.
very inconsiderate. Yeah, that's when you want to drop something on their head when they walk by.
I'd just
Yeah,
as soon not make a
yeah,
sound
they,
and let them walk on.
And for the longest, yeah. For years, when bow season was in, or let me back up. When muzzleloader come in, the 2 weeks of muzzleloader, you used to have to put the bow up, and you couldn't bow hunt during muzzleloader season. But now bow season comes in September, runs to the 1st of October, and then you got 2 weeks of muzzleloader, and you can continue bow hunting, you know, all the way through till January 1st, if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But yeah, most, well, and we got some guys that just bow hunt, you know, that's all they do. And I admire them, you know, that our first bow season, the damn skeeters and snakes and seed ticks are so bad and it's hot.
Yeah. That's one thing I hate about early season. Especially you get them warmer afternoons, you got ticks and mosquitoes, and
Oh God, yeah.
they just tear you out.
And we don't have, like I say, there ain't but 2 or 3 of us that would even muzzleloader hunt seriously. Most of them are just going to throw the muzzleloader in the truck and ride around the hunting club. And if they see one, great. If they don't, that's great too. So I hadn't even bow hunted in years. I was thinking about getting me a crossbow, but I don't know what to get. I don't know enough about them.
They're coming out with crossbows that are so fast nowadays. It makes you wonder what holds all that energy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I used to sell compound bows and work on them, and we shot 3D tournaments all over the state of North Carolina. Every weekend we were somewhere shooting a tournament.
Well, if you're compound bow, you almost have to. You have to be proficient.
Yeah.
People think you can get a compound bow out here and hit a target, and they think they're good to go. You get out there, you get that, I won't say buck fever, but saying deer comes in, it's like now all of a sudden they can't even draw back because the adrenaline's going, and
Yeah,
Saying for deer
we
deer
tried
to
it
come
when
in 30,
when I
40
was selling.
yards.
Yeah, when I was around with the compound bows, we would try to. Me and Barry, my buddy there, we try to shoot 100 arrows a day.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to shoot 3, 4, 5 times a week. Back when I was using a compound, I'd set my bag out here in the yard.
After I closed my
Even
shop, now
And even though I was only shooting 30 yards, I was shooting, half a
That's like-
dozen. Even if you go out and shoot only 5 or 10 arrows at a time, and you always got that shoot the first one like it's a kill shot.
yeah,
So
you got to.
you got to make your first one
Yep.
count.
You almost lose the technique if the foam.
Yeah, you can practice too much. Oh, you're freezing bad right now, old man. Still froze.
You hear me? No. Don.
Wow, your internet's taking a shit right now.
But yeah, for some reason my signal keeps coming in and out. Yeah, for some reason my computer's sitting there showing me I've got full signal, but up here on the StreamYard thing, it's showing I got 1 bar. I don't know what that deal is. But we would where the commercial fishing boat would get their ice holes blown with that insulation, that foam, we would get boxes of that stuff blown in there while we were working and shove sheetrock screws in them. And at 20 yards, we would shoot the sheetrock screws out of them boxes of foam.
Yep.
But no, we
If they
shot
say
every day.
if you shoot small, you miss small.
Yeah. And like I say, we shot 20 yards. And we would shoot 60-yard targets and 40 yards and 30. And just 60 was just playing. That's all that was.
Yeah.
We would
I
never.
don't trust anything. In my compound, I never trusted anything past 40. I'd practice 50, but I wouldn't.
We did, and I had the confidence in me that I could shoot a decent group at 50, but I just didn't feel like the bow had enough thump at 50 yards.
Yeah, it lost too much energy out that far.
Yeah, so 40 was the limit for me. I'd really rather have them at 25 or 30. And not because I didn't feel comfortable with me. I just wanted to I could get that arrow all the way through him.
Yep. It's that ethical part.
Yeah. So I'm really thinking about a crossbow. I don't know. I don't want to put I don't want $1,000.
Yeah, you can put $1,000 easy into a crossbow.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. I no more than I'm going to use it.
Yeah, but
So
crossbow.
what kind have you got?
Crossbow. Mine's a Barnett Ghost 380.
Okay.
My son bought it for me probably 5 or 6 years ago for Christmas. It's my compound bow. It was getting to the point
Okay.
where I couldn't draw back. I couldn't practice like I used to. Then he ended up got me this crossbow.
Dog, you're crazy.
It's like these crossbows are mean.
Yeah.
The only thing with a crossbow is
Yeah,
once you
yeah.
get it sighted in, you put it
Yeah.
away. You don't really need to practice with a crossbow.
I guess no different than shooting a rifle, really.
Nope. Saying you're
Dog
good
man,
for
you silly.
60, 70 yards.
Yeah, man, I got a buddy that shoots one pretty regular, and at 90 yards, he's sitting there shooting tennis balls.
Yep.
You know, now how much thump it's got at 90 yards, I really don't know.
They still got quite a bit.
Yeah.
They got crossbows now shooting over 400 feet per second.
Well,
Saying mine's only 385 and it's quick.
yeah.
But there,
Right,
you want to talk about a clean kill. Yeah, Wendy, don't put a hole in the swimming pool either. I did that once with my compound bow. I was shooting down the fence. I glanced off the bag, went through the chain link fence, and stuck a broadhead right in the swimming pool. Wife wasn't too thrilled.
I bet not.
I
Dog
come in and I
man
told her, get mad at me later, but we got a hole.
We got a hole in the pool. Yeah, dog man said crossbows takes too much effort. He'd rather have a loaded gun. Yeah, we had where I was at the other house where we used to have the archery shop. There's a neighbor that never stayed there, but they always had a truck parked out there in the yard. It was a square body Chevrolet, short bed, 4-wheel drive, pretty truck. And I told him boys, we were shooting 60 and 70 yards out in the yard, just shooting, you know, messing, talking, having a good time. I said, boys, be careful now, don't shoot that man's truck. And it weren't 10 minutes later, I heard something tink. I said, oh, shit, what was that? He said, I think I hit that guy's truck. We went there, and that arrow was buried right in the tailgate of that truck. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they usually don't come back out very easy either.
No, you know, carbon arrows will just snap off when you know.
Yeah.
Dog man, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I'm not getting far from anything without something.
Yeah, there's not in today's world.
No, sir. There's too many people crazy. Yeah, well, that's about right, Chuck. Yeah. There's some weird people at Walmart now.
Yeah, usually when I go, I'm one of them. But
I go to Walmart, I grab a cart, and I'm on a mission from whatever I got to get, and I'm coming out of there.
In and out.
Yeah. I got an old guy I grew up with. He's a retired scallop boat captain, and he went and got him a job at Walmart in the sporting goods section just to have something to do. And I swear I can't go in there without running into him. Well, you know, dog man, I started to say something on one of your videos about that. I figured that was the deal. But, you know, I weren't going to say nothing and bring that up on your channel and somebody get all bent out of shit and get their feathers all ruffled up over it. Because I keep one close to me all the time. You know,
I should.
Well, I do. There's something right here all the time. Everywhere I'm at, there's going to be one close.
Well, thankfully, we got a quiet neighborhood here, and so far it's been a quiet neighborhood. But people are getting closer. You always hear about it, you know, downtown. It's like shooting here, shooting there, and people say, "Oh, it never happened at my house." Well, it's soon enough it might.
Yeah, well, you know, we grew up in a small little town here, neighborhood, and you never took the keys out of your car. You never locked nothing. You didn't have to worry about it. Because you heard about shit. No, you heard about shooting, all that, and the drugs, but all that was in the big cities up the road, you know. But now it's every
No.
day in this county I live in. There's virtually every day somebody's ODing or somebody's robbing somebody, and man, it's a 2 stoplight county, you know. But that daggum fentanyl or whatever it is, and got people screwed up.
Yeah, I don't see how people get so tore up on that. It's just drugs always scared me.
Yeah,
Granted, I
Well-
used to smoke weed back in the day, but that was as far as I ever went.
Well, growing up, you know, you drunk some beer if you could get it on some Boone's Farm, and you smoked a little pot. And most time it took a half a bag of pot for anybody to get a buzz because it was so weak.
Yeah, so that's back
But-
when that get announced on Friday, and it was that dirt brown.
That's right. Yep. It's and now this mess they got now will kill you, you know. And I
Yeah,
never
just
thought I
touching
was I don't think of me as a jail person, so I don't think I would fit well in jail. So I'm really not going to do anything that's going to put me there.
Right.
And I've always told people, I do enough dumb shit all by myself. I don't need dope to mess me up.
Right.
You know, that's just, I don't drink. I don't care for alcohol. My biggest issue is cigarettes and small block Chevrolets, you know.
Oh, and
and
that's
deer
enough.
hunting.
And deer
You
hunting.
know, yeah. Dog man, I'm, you know, I've got real mixed emotions on all that. My daughter went through some bad times, but you know, there's always a choice, and they have a choice to make, and they make a choice to get high and not deal with life or whatever, for whatever reasons, I don't know, you know. But when you sit there and watch your friends that you went to school with die, and you keep right on doing the same dumb shit, makes no sense to me. You know, I just don't add up. But, you know, so I try to understand, but somebody that keeps getting arrested or over and over and over, I have no patience with them. None.
Yeah, if I was young nowadays, I'd be afraid to bring kids into this world. From what
Yeah.
I've seen, kids
Yeah.
nowadays, they think everything's
Yeah.
normal, but it is not the same world it was 30 years ago.
Oh, no. Lord, no. Well, you know, they won't. If they outlawed video games, and rap music, you'd probably see a lot of changes.
Yeah. I remember years ago.
Dog
it
man,
used to
tell me
be-
how you
I miss the old days of playing Atari, and even that was bad back in the day. But nowadays,
Yeah, you play Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff.
well, nowadays you can walk around and play Pac-Man on your phone,
Yeah.
or 1,000
Well-
different games.
I mean, you know, to look at we didn't even know what internet was growing up. You know, we knew how to play cowboys and Indians and run around in the woods.
Yep, I
go
remember
for
making
fishing and
homemade
what-
guns, cutting off broom
Mhm.
handles, make a double barrel shotgun,
Yeah. Yeah.
electrical tape,
Yeah.
taping it up. It's back when saying
Yeah.
cowboys and Indians was innocent back in the day. Nowadays, everything they got these toy guns that look like the real thing, and people are getting shot over them.
Exactly. You know, I don't. Yeah, we used to get mad when it got dark because we had to come in the house.
Yeah.
You know, he wants
I
to
was
stay out there
saying
and
back in
play.
the days when the street lights come on, it was time to come in.
Yep. That's pretty much the way it was. So, I'm Tony. You know, I sure missed the America we grew up in, but it's a whole different deal. I mean, people don't want to work. Like I was saying earlier about that phosphate plant right up the road from us, hiring people right off the street that come out of McDonald's are making $25 an hour to start with, and they don't know how to do nothing. 3 and 4 weeks of vacation right off the word go. You know, and they can't even keep people. I mean, these young people don't even want to work. You know, they just want to, I don't know, whatever. Makes no sense to me.
No, the work ethics has changed quite a bit.
Dog man, I'm you, buddy. You know, it's how do you you turn this around from where it's at and going? You know, how do you quit giving them money, or I don't know how they survive anyway. Exactly, Wendy. You know, anybody know what a Matchbox car is, or a Tonka truck? You know, so maybe it'll get better. I don't know. Well, dog man, you're exactly right. Man, I put my wife back to work. She just retired this week. She may have to go back to work.
Just today.
Well,
Week.
today was her last day at school. So
Notice how quick she
like,
corrected you.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
tough
my-
living with a school teacher.
She'll be right on my ass if I get something screwed up. But she's
I'm
good.
old country ass redneck.
I was just in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, she just happened to walk back here. She heard me talking, so. But yeah, she squares me up all the time. That's okay.
You sounded pitiful.
I am, but it's okay. You know, but yeah, but that's going to be ugly if we don't get a retirement check. That's not going to be good. They'll come up with the money somewhere. They always do.
Yeah, just print off some more.
Yeah, print some more money. That's all they got to do.
It's just that when they run out of money, the first thing that goes is people that earned it.
Yep, exactly right. Yeah, that NAFTA stuff should have never been. That should have been shut down from the word go. Yeah, we'll be spending China money.
It seems like that's where it's all going back to right now, anyway.
Yeah, but they keep sending it to Ukraine, just like the dog man saying. They just keep sending it over there. People over here doing without, and they're sending it over there. It makes no damn sense.
Yeah, and I'm bet you 50 cents on the dollar doesn't even make it to where it's intended.
Yeah.
They just keep shipping it over, and they don't know where it's going, but they're giving them more.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know how much actually gets to Ukraine and to the people that need it.
Yeah, I seen it on the internet here a couple of weeks ago about they sent like $100 million worth of ammunition and this and that over to Ukraine. They put it all in one warehouse and Russia just blew it up. So it was gone just like that. It's like, yeah, okay. That's a story they're telling.
Yeah. CNN didn't cover it, did they?
No.
Huh.
So then all they're going to tell you is a smokescreen story anyway. And
That's
who are
right.
we to, nobody can prove it. I don't even want to get into politics.
Well, we were drifting right on that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least I got my suspension parts sandblasted today, so I'll be able to get them painted up.
Oh, did you go take them somewhere, or did you get a blaster?
I took them someplace. My brother got rocker panels done on his car last week, and I was telling the guy about needing to find a shopper, somebody with a sandblaster, so I could do these upper and lower arms. And he's like, hell, just grab some sand and come up here and do it your damn self. He's like, you can borrow the
can't argue with that.
sandblaster. He's like, I won't charge you nothing. He's like, I ain't going to do a damn thing. So I got them sandblasted today. It's supposed to be cooler tomorrow. I got a little bit of touch up to do on them, but I still got to get new bushings and everything pressed in. I didn't want to push all that old rust through when the bushings come out. I didn't want to push that old rust through there with the bushings. Now I gotta get a hold of my brother-in-law next couple days. He's got a 50-ton press. He said we'll do them bushings and stuff with. So
Oh yeah, that'd be easy.
It's getting closer. We're getting closer together. I already got the smaller stuff like the brake holsters, the calipers, the strut rods. I got them already cleaned and painted. It's going to be like brand new under there. And I can't wait.
Yeah. How many times you sling that cat off the back of your chair?
Every time I get up.
That thing sits right there.
Yeah, once in a while I'll forget she's there and I'll stand up and I'll give the chair half a scoot and it'd be like, boom. It's like, whoops.
Yeah, we done got Tony fired up and pissed off now. You might as well laugh about it, Tony. It is what it is. Yeah, 40 years ago, China was poor. Today, they're the superpower on their dime. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. But it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to give this thing, call it a day.
Bedtime, man.
Yeah, it's about my bedtime, she's telling me. I got a grandson that's going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, wide open, ready to roll.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be. So, but anyway, guys, enjoying it, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, buddy. See y'all.
That's it.